In a world where a millennial and a non-millennial make a podcast.
Live from the Tigheland studios in beautiful downtown North Hollywood, it's the Me&Marcus Show.
Hi.
What's going on out there, you little podettes and podsters?
Potties.
You impods.
Happy National Awkward Moments Day.
That one I'm back 100%. I've got over 1,000 awkward moments that I could celebrate, but we don't have enough time in this podcast.
Okay, tell me your most awkward moment.
Do you want me to really go there?
For sure, I do.
Okay. So when I was married to my first wife, first what happened was we were buying luggage, and she caught me staring at an Asian girl in a sheer black dress that was see-through.
Ooh, awkward.
So that was the one of the many, but that was definitely up there.
Yeah. I think mine was, I was back in high school and I was walking down it was after, the last class, and I was walking down the stairs and my crush was like 2 groups behind me on the stairs, and I fell down the stairs.
That's all you got for me?
That sucked. I'm sure I have so many more. I
gotta go.
I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared for this.
I want some real exposure. Like your mom walked in on you and you were doing something weird, watching Single White Female. I don't know, something.
I don't know.
That's all right.
I block a lot of memories out.
We'll accept that one.
Well,
okay, so National Awkward Day. Did we make it awkward for the whole listener group?
Is it awkward for anyone? I'm sure I've got worse ones.
Because
that
I
don't
know I'm
share.
going to get repercussions from this, either from my current wife or my ex-wife, if she ever hears it. She's in Portland doing other things. So she left. It sucks when you get divorced and the person leaves the state.
Oh, shit.
You know that...
That's awkward in itself.
Came through with the money, gifts, prizes, and vacations.
Yeah.
It's just, okay, so there's a conversion chart, right? Mm-hmm. And you do all these wonderful things as a man.
Right.
It's all the great, we went on trips, nice dinners, bought nice jewelry.
For sure.
Bought a beautiful house, highest point up in Eagle Rock.
Wow.
You would think in that list that you would do fine. And a lot of other behaviors trumps those things.
Right.
So guys.
It's unfortunate, really.
It's unfortunate. Some people can't get through it.
Yeah.
Some people till death do they part, and they really mean that.
Right.
Sometimes they even end up doing a double suicide. But hey, they stayed together.
Till death. Did they part?
It's getting more awkward by the minute. Can we?
Yeah.
What else we got going?
Well, you know how last week when we had Mark Justice on and we were talking about his Geico insurance? His Geico insurance?
Yes.
All of a sudden, I'm getting a lot of Geico ads on my phone.
Well,
isn't
that's
that
some
interesting?
Bullshit. Can we get them as a sponsor?
But isn't that interesting? It's like they're listening through the phones, and now I'm seeing ads from Geico out of nowhere.
That is a trip.
And of course, I'm still getting LinkedIn emails, but
we already discussed that. You're in for life.
And I feel like after last week, I've gotten even more. So now they're fucking with me.
That's what the mob does.
Yeah, of course.
They fuck with you. You're not getting out.
You're fucking with me.
You're in the LinkedIn family now.
I've got too many tabs.
You want to give us more shit?
Too many tabs open in my brain now.
They could be out in the back alley. Let's just move on from LinkedIn. They're freaking me out. They haven't found me yet. And as long as they're just finding you, I'm sorry.
Stay away. Oh, so you know that rapper that you like, Lil Pump?
Oh, I love him. I jerk off to him every video I watch.
It's not awkward.
With my pants down and a full box of tissues.
Well,
I can't stand any of those rappers, but go ahead. I just know of their names because somehow their names have seeped into my head. It's like I never watched Beverly Hills 90210, but somehow Brenda and each one of those characters through fucking osmosis seeped into my head. And that's now what's happening with these little douchebags. What's his name? Lil Pump?
Lil Pump.
Sorry.
Lil Pump. Well, he just signed an $8 million record deal with Warner Brothers.
I'm telling you, anything that's leaving the planet in the next 48 hours, if you need a test subject, I'm ready to go. I can't. That's unbelievable.
Sign you up. Yeah.
It's just unbelievable to me. But anything that caters to the lowest common denominator. Look, my rap experiences were the fucking CNN. I'm not even going to say CNN on the streets. It was Public Enemy, KRS-One. It was Spoonie G. It was
Tupac?
Schoolie D. I'm going way back now.
Oh, okay.
And this was consciousness, awareness, what the fuck's going on in the world type rap. This mumble jumble, Xanax, benzodiazepine, fucking saggy, buggy whipped arms, talking mad, crazy, holding guns sideways. I'm talking about the white dudes.
Saggy.
I'm talking about them. That shit is so maddening to the OGs of hip hop. I can't even imagine KRS-One how he feels about this shit.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not a hater. I just wish you would up your game consciously and really spread a message of depth and weight instead of waving guns around and look like you got a mouthful of fucking Fruit Loops.
Maybe find a more creative name while you're at it.
Well, if you put little on the front of anything these days, you're a rapper now.
It's not even little, though. It's Lil.
I'm going to call myself Little Bucket. I'm going to carry around a bucket of raps.
Little Bucket.
Yo, look what I just brought up from the well, because I'm Little Bucket, yo.
H2O.
Fuck all y'all. I'm 16 and I'm on benzodiazepine.
Morphine.
All the zines, too. Stelazine, Thorazine, Compazine.
Hey.
Yes, I've been on 150 mental holds. I know all the good shit.
So guess who got another DUI?
Who?
Dennis Rodman.
Not the least bit surprised. Next story.
But listen, he avoided jail and he went to rehab. Avoided jail and...
Why didn't Kim Jong-un get him out of this situation?
He plans to stay sober this time, so that's good.
Yeah, I had all those plans.
Yeah.
Those plans need to be crushed before you could really stay sober.
Right. I saw
Any
him
plan
once.
I had to stay sober was a nightmare. I stayed sober when I finally had no plans.
I saw Dennis Rodman at a strip club in South Florida once.
Were you working the strip circuit in South Florida?
I was just
Be
there.
honest. I want to hear an awkward moment.
I've actually never been a stripper. I just was
for you.
in there visiting with like a group of
You've
friends.
never been a stripper.
No.
But you got to play one in a movie with Willem Dafoe
Yeah.
and fucking Nicolas Cage.
Right.
Animal.
That was my only
And you
time
were
as a
good.
stripper. Oh, thanks.
I watched it because that
Yeah?
would have been awkward if we watched it together.
Yeah. It was okay. It was an okay movie.
It was fine.
Yeah.
What a great thing to come out with.
Yeah.
And an Eddie Bunker movie. Well, not a movie, based on an Eddie Bunker book, one of my favorite writers.
Yeah.
Who, incidentally, one of our future guests, hopefully, was they used his image for one of Eddie Bunker's books.
Really?
The book, I think, is called Little Boy Blue, yeah.
Very neat. I'm excited for this guest.
You're going to like him.
We've got a lot of
He's
great
real.
guests coming up.
He's real, and we've been friends for 28 years.
You guys, you don't even understand how great of a guest list we have for you guys. You don't even
They
know.
have no clue. Am I going to have time for a rant, or are we running short? I'm sorry. There's some stuff I got to get off my chest. Please finish up with this important news. Dennis Rodman.
That's actually it.
Maybe Kim Jong-un can be Dennis Rodman's sponsor.
Oh, that's probably a great
Stranger
idea.
things have happened. Why not? A communist sponsor might be the best sponsor.
In honor of National Awkward Moments Day.
If you drink or use, I kill you.
Yeah, that's perfect. So you had an audition today.
Right, so auditions are awkward too, right? This is the
Yeah,
awkward first half of
They're
this.
so awkward.
All right, so I go into this thing, and it's a fucking madhouse. Sometimes they're madhouses, sometimes they're not. Mm-hmm. I'm a little sensitive.
Right.
I can feel the desperation and need of 70 people in that room, and I'm bringing in my own, of course, which
Right.
doesn't help.
Right.
There's this kid. I'm going to be doing a lot of mouth breathing on this show, unfortunately, today. I have sinus issues. I'm an old Hebe. Us old Jews get sinus problems.
Hebe.
Fucking deal with it. I go in, and I guess a commercial that's happening elsewhere is for a kid, a family with a kid. Fine. I don't like kids. I don't like to see the Hollywood mom and dad pushing the kid into the fucking commercial.
Yeah,
I got my own issues with that as a guy who grew up. I know you're taking the kids' money. Mm-hmm. You're spoiling the fuck out of them. And that was the case with this kid. I sit down to fill out, for some reason, I got to fill out 2 size cards, this other piece of paper. I've got about 15 minutes of paper to fill out. And I'm getting stressed because I probably should have been there earlier, but I didn't know there was 15 minutes of paper to fill out.
Right.
This kid starts climbing all over me.
No.
And the mom and dad are watching.
No, they didn't do anything?
They didn't do anything. I go, could you get your son off me? Well, he's just being a kid. I go, that's fine. Can he go fucking be a kid somewhere else?
What in the actual
I got to fill
fuck?
some stuff out. I can't believe that people are like this with their kids.
Control your offspring.
So he's off me. He jumps to another guy and starts kissing this guy's arm.
No.
And I at that point, I can't say anything because I got to go into an audition and I don't want to look like the douchebag kid hater.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, what? Oh, you're mad because the kid was climbing all over you?
Well,
I am.
Of course I am.
Put your kid, bring a big mama. I have Dana's sister, Sugar. She's a badass.
Yeah.
And she puts these kids in, Dana's cousins, she puts them in check.
Yes.
I want to have her on retainer.
Yes.
Put these hipster millennial fuckers with their kids.
Yeah.
Well, we don't want to restrain him. Oh, so he's climbing up the fucking drapes and he's going to do a backflip onto the concrete?
Did they give him a Red Bull before this audition?
I don't know what they gave him.
You never
I
know
wish they
with
would have
these
given
parents.
him a red behind with the fucking bare-ass spanking that would end all. It was so annoying. Look, if you bring your kids out, they don't have to be hanging all over everybody.
At all.
No, I know it takes a village, but I'm not part of the village.
Right.
I don't want to fucking be part of the village with your kid. I'm a great guy with kids.
Right.
In fact, Dana's little cousins love me.
Yeah.
And I know exactly what to expect. Sometimes they're little assholes. I don't care.
Right.
I know what to expect. I come there for a couple hours. I leave.
Yeah.
I could be the best me for 3 hours with any child.
There you go. And then you get to leave.
And I get to leave. But when some kid out of nowhere is kissing people. Oh, he kissed my arm too. That's right. He was so busy climbing all over me. I forgot that part.
Ew.
I felt kind of violated.
Right. You didn't ask for this.
If an adult started climbing all over, I don't care, adult, kid, whatever. So anyways, but I went in. Mm-hmm. It was a still shoot.
Okay.
Guy took some good pictures, and he says to me, "What's the highlight of your year?" I said, "This kid crawling all over me and not murdering him. That's a highlight."
Yeah. Did you really?
No.
Oh,
I probably would have got booked the job.
maybe.
I told him I published a book of short stories.
Yeah.
And he asked me what it was about.
Yeah.
And he's recording this.
Oh, cool.
And I'm like, oh, just about my fucking drug-addled criminal past. Past. I said past. You got that part right, buddy?
Right.
He goes, wow, that's great. You published a book. You're from Hollywood? Yeah, he was from Hollywood.
Yeah.
What else? I said, I was on Mark Maron's WTF podcast talking about it.
Yeah.
He said, wow, that's great. And then I felt like I gave him too much information.
Oh, really?
Like, oh, this guy's already got it made. Let's give it to the commercial to somebody else.
Right.
He's got it going on.
Yeah.
I haven't got a cent. Look, I've sold some books, but Amazon, you want to talk about the mafia.
Oh, fuck.
They pay you once a year for your book sales.
Wait, what?
That's my publisher told me.
Once a year?
That's it. So I'll be waiting till March.
It is March.
Next March.
I'll
get a little. I've sold a couple of books from last year because the book came out December 24th.
Wow.
But then all of a sudden I was like, oh, maybe I should have appeared more downtrodden. Maybe I should have said, maybe he said, what's the highlight of the year? I should have said, this audition.
Yeah.
This is the highlight.
Yeah.
Hire me.
Having enough gas to get to this audition.
Fuck. I show up. I do them. If I get it, I get it.
Right.
I've been on probably 100 auditions. Maybe I've gotten 3 jobs.
Wow. Yeah, that's how it goes. It's like it's such a weird statistic or whatever.
They like you or they
fraction
don't.
of a rate.
You have a look, you have a subtlety, but you better have a decent attitude.
Yeah.
Because if you're a douchebag who hates kids, they're probably not going to fucking want to work with you.
I do know that like getting the casting director's name is important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's something that I always forget to do.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, I need to remember that.
Yeah. So me too. I should remember that.
Should I have a little...
I'm going to write that on my arm.
Okay, so should I have a little checklist?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll put a checklist together before I go into each audition, find out who everybody is and stalk them.
Yeah. And if you ever audition for Shameless, do not bring your script into that room.
You brought your script.
No. Just don't ever, because I learned that on the set of Shameless, there's no scripts allowed. You have to be prepared before getting to set because there's no sides and no script allowed.
You have to have everything slickly fucking memorized.
Yeah, the only script
you put on your phone.
The only script is for the director.
Wow, those people got great memories. My mind's like fucking Swiss cheese. The words just fall in there and I have no idea where they go. But I'm a good off the cuff, or I can follow a scene and make a scene happen and make it look fucking scripted.
I'm pretty good at cold reading a scene.
You have a good memory, though.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's like good sometimes. It's good sometimes.
Keep drinking those 7-Eleven mocha fucking cappuccinos. We'll see how that serves your memory in 10 years.
It doesn't taste that bad, and it's so convenient.
There's about 75 different ingredients in there, so I don't know. I'm just looking for coffee and milk.
Ew, is there
I don't need 68 other things.
It's only 200 calories, though. Okay, well,
It's okay.
Okay,
we were just talking about mumble rappers. That's why that happened to her.
Who's a mumble rapper?
Yeah.
I don't know if Lil Pump's a mumble rapper.
Never heard of him.
Okay, that's mumble.
Is that it?
Yeah.
That's it. That's amazing.
That sounds like a
I think you got marble
all kinda
mouths from
are.
listening to the mumble rappers. Sorry, Toryn, go ahead.
It's syrup that they. It's the
Syrup.
syrup. This is
It's benzos. Yeah, scissor, benzos.
Drugs.
that too.
Just
the
drugs.
combination of the two.
Just drugs and
Dabs. Dabs can really get you going.
And
drugs,
weed.
sex, and rock and roll.
Yeah, and bad mumble. Drug, sex, and bad mumble
Weed
rap.
and scissor.
Yeah. Well, our guest today is director, producer, screenwriter, and actress. Yeah, actress Toryn Seabrooks.
What's up?
Hi.
There's a little nepotism in the show, but too fucking bad if you don't like it.
Just a tad.
Thanks for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for having me.
How are you today?
I'm doing good. I'm just coming off of the themes of my premiere that I had a couple days ago. So I'm still coming out of
Congratulations.
that. Thank you
So
guys.
exciting.
Big deal.
Yeah.
Well, today is National Awkward Moments Day.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So, what was your most awkward moment?
Oh my God, I have so many. The first one that comes to mind is when I was trying out for cheer a couple of years ago. We have this thing called a creative routine that we're supposed to do. And I had just watched, I think it was So You Think You Can Dance or something.
Yeah.
Right.
And they did this really cool routine where it was like a zombie themed routine where like they were kind of doing this weird dance, but the woman
Like Thriller style almost.
Yeah, exactly. And she like put her hands on her eyes, but she had paint in her hands, so she like smeared it down, and it was like this cool effect where like all of a sudden her eyes were like blacked out.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, yeah, I want to do that for my
Oh, no.
Nice.
cheerleading routine. And it just I planned it super last minute because I was like, oh, I'm going to wing this. I'm going to go in there and it's going to be great.
For sure.
Right.
And I practiced it a couple of times and I went in and I was like, I'm going to have the most original routine in the entire room.
So great.
And I go up and, I had, the whole theme was like, Disturbia. Like I had Rihanna's Disturbia in there. So I started dancing to it. And then I had the paint in my hand and I was like, oh my God, this is going to be so good. And all I was thinking about was the gimmick. And, I did it. And then I forgot the whole routine because I was so focused on this paint thing. So here I am.
Was this like toxic latex paint? No.
It was acrylic.
It was acrylic paint. Oil-based.
Yes.
And did it get in your eyes, literally?
No, it
Oh,
didn't.
okay.
Thank
Oh my
God.
gosh.
But I saw the judges in front of me, and the whole room just stopped because they
So
were like,
great.
"Did she literally just do this?"
Did that just happen?
That's
I tried to get through the routine. I tried to dance it off, but at this point, I just had black paint on my
Right.
I could see the judges like trying to hold back laughter, like they were just like,
my
"Is this girl
God.
serious?" And
Look,
then-
I'm just trying to be different.
I'm sorry. I want to see that in the film
my God.
that you're having made from.
I think I'm gonna have to recreate
Yeah, that's
it
you got to
in some
recreate
way.
that one.
Right.
There needs to be every possible thing that could go wrong at a cheerleading tryout.
Oh, there
my
were so many
gosh.
things that went wrong.
Only
that
to
was
like the
just
most
one.
snobby, hottest girl, though. It has to happen.
Yeah,
Oh, for
You know what I
they
mean?
were in there.
For
All the
sure.
snobby hot girls that could, dance to all the Beyonce songs were in there.
Wow.
And the routine ended, and I just walked off and sat on the bench and had black paint on my eyes for the rest of the day.
Yeah, just sitting proud.
That's
Yeah.
that's a good awkward story.
Yeah, that is.
And funny.
That's
I had
amazing.
the whole imagery in my head.
I could see it. I could see
in
it.
the multi-purpose room. Is that what they call it?
The
This was
Gymnasium?
Yeah.
You know, this was actually in our cheer dance room,
Multi-purpose.
the NPR, the classic, where they hold
Where they
all
keep
those
the
awkward,
mimeograph machine.
yes, and hold all those like weird assemblies that you have
Right,
to go
exactly.
to.
Pep
Yeah.
rally.
Yes, exactly.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well,
Good
we're also
times.
into pet peeves here. Mm-hmm. Do you have any pet peeves?
Just go right to the top of the list like I do. It makes it
Yeah.
more interesting.
The top of the list, like the absolute worst
Yes.
thing.
Be honest.
This one's kind of boring, but I just don't like when people chew with their mouth open.
I hate it.
But
I
they're not.
hate it.
Oh, you're like, are you aware of it? Because they're
Yeah, it's pretty
echoing.
gross.
It's echoing in the room.
I give them
Yeah.
a pass if they're over 80.
Oh my god. I used to work in an
But I
old
won't
folks
eat
home.
around
that
them.
is a good pass.
Listen, I used to
Every
work in
now
an
and
old
then.
folks home, and I would just get like people talk with their mouth open, which like is a cringy thing for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't
Yeah.
like the sound of chewing. I don't like the sound of eating at all.
Yeah.
I don't like a crunch. I don't like
Even when
the smack. Ugh.
yeah,
And I was like taking this dude's like this old man's order,
Yeah. At the old folks' home?
and he was chewing.
You
and
took
talking.
orders at the old folks?
Yeah, I
Was
like
it a-
worked in the dining hall, and
oh man,
I was
Hey, buffet, fix your own plate, get the fuck away from me. They had you going around
right.
doing
Like they
this?
actually have a kitchen and they like cook the food. So I'm taking this old man's
Wow.
order, and he was like eating some salad or something, and he was talking to me with his mouth full and spit
but
food
why?
on my face.
Oh
like
my God.
why?
That was the worst thing ever.
Oh, he was spitting in your face. He spat in your face.
He was talking
But
to me.
The
and
food particles like landed on your
It
face.
sprayed on my cheek.
Oh, that's happened to me before.
I was upset.
I just
so-
pictured you and Bill Murray in a Wes Anderson movie. That scene. I just recreated
Oh
that
my
scene in
God.
my.
Speaking of awkward moments, I've heard this national treasure of a tale, right?
Do tell.
Please.
Of Bill fucking Murray. So apparently he went to like an Applebee's or some shit, and he just walked up to a random stranger's table, took a chicken wing, took a bite out of the chicken wing and said, "Go ahead, tell everyone, they won't believe you," and just walked away.
What?
Wow.
Bill fucking Murray.
Did he put the chicken wing back on the table? No, it wasn't anything
I think
like that.
he may have put it back on the plate.
I'm sorry. I would have kicked him in the nuts. I'm like, I don't care if you're fucking
And threw
Bill
the
Murray.
chicken wing at him.
Right.
Like
He beats his wife too, right? Didn't he get charged with beating his wife?
Did he really?
Sorry, I hate to be a buzzkill,
That's
Oh,
a
man.
bummer.
but since we're exposing everybody, we might
I
as well
guess
put
like
Bill Murray
it was
on
the
fucking
chicken
Front
wing,
Street.
and now it's like he's an
my
abusive.
God.
All kinds of stuff going on with him.
New
Hey,
title for the podcast.
I'm
sorry.
Exposed.
Bill Murray.
you know, I got to be the voice of unreason. I don't know, the voice of something
Of
my generation.
sadness.
And God damn it, Bill, you fucked up.
That's just so disappointing. You know, he's got Ghostbusters. He's
Oh, no,
got,
he's an amazing
like,
actor.
So
Just,
much.
don't
Just,
marry
like,
him.
Tarnishes.
What can I tell you?
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
So, what did you do once the particle was like on your? Did you just,
I shut my mouth, I nodded, and I walked away.
with the particle?
I went straight to the bathroom. And I'm washing my face off with like their foamy
Fucking
soap
Comet.
out of the wall. And I'm crying because I'm so upset and grossed out. Like it was like my
Were you
worst
going on
nightmare.
acting gigs at this point?
No, I was like maybe
Freshly
16, 17.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a traumatic. I don't think 16-year-olds should be working with
I
old
was
people.
traumatized.
Why? Because they see
Not
what
on
the
that
end
level.
is like.
Like,
The end.
you know what? I was okay with working with old people. It's just the fact that I got their munchings
Right, they're eating
onto
and-
my face.
Yeah.
It's always that weird moment where
convalescent. Yeah.
especially in front of a person when it's like you don't know if they know that the food landed on your face.
Oh, I hope I don't become that person. But I have been talking to somebody and saw something fly on their lip.
That's what I'm
And they
talking
never
about.
missed a beat.
Yeah, and you
They
just
stayed in character. I'm like, there's no camera rolling, but you're staying in character, even though my food just landed on your lower lip.
It's like, what are you doing?
I'm impressed with
Happened to
you.
me before.
You must really like me. I have nothing for you except that thing that just landed on your lip.
It's like, but nobody addresses it.
Nobody
They both know that it happened.
It's the big it's a family secret.
Yeah.
Uncle Blah Blah spits
And
food.
if they wipe it away, then you have to address it.
They don't have to address it.
Like,
if they
I'm
don't
so
wipe
sorry.
it away,
It just stays there.
Oh my God.
That would take me out of the scene
They
because
don't
that's the
say
only thing I
anything.
would like zoom in on.
Well, yeah.
Sorry,
Or
there's
just
like
spittle in general flying
Right,
out. You got to make
right.
sure your mouth's dry.
Yeah.
Also, here's one of my pet peeves. I know it's not my
I
turn.
know it's coming.
Go for it.
The white shit on the corner of the mouth like you just got off of a
Yes.
fucking 24-hour mental hold. Go look in the mirror and wipe the shit off your lips like you've been eating pills, like you've been eating aspirin out of a fucking jar.
Powdered donuts.
In their mouth, it's like they make those clicky mouth noises because their mouth's so dry.
It's like, have a sip of something, please.
Like, are
For
you
the
hav-
love of God.
I want
Do you
off
want
the
water?
planet.
Do you
Have
want
a
a napkin?
sip.
You know,
I can wet a
sometimes-
napkin for you. I can wet a napkin.
Let me touch it.
I don't.
You know, sometimes like, and this sounds really wrong, but I there are benefits to being blind. I'm sorry.
Probably.
There's benefits to being blind. Listen,
just
I'm
use
not,
TV.
I don't want that a Me Too thing to happen where I'm
Right.
blind too, or Me 3, whatever that
Right.
would hashtag would be. But if you don't have to you don't have to look
I
at
think
some
the
of the shit
hashtag
that's
would be-
happening around you.
I think the hashtag would
there's got to
be-
be benefits.
Can't see.
Can't see. Hashtag can't see.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know if I
I'm
can
gonna
get
go to
behind
hell.
that.
I'm going to go to hell for this one. But it's all if I'm offending
A lot
blind
of
people,
backlash.
they'll never know who I am anyway. So it's.
Ooh, burn.
I'm sorry.
You right.
There are benefits to being blind, though. There's some of the things you have to look at. Look, when you're on the planet for 53 years, you two youngins, get back to me. You'll see how annoying all this starts to
Just,
get.
like, I just wish I could unsee so many things.
I wish I could. And then,
yeah.
5 different generations get
Yeah.
rolled into one style, and it's just a nightmare. It's decades of the worst possible fashion on one guy walking down Sunset.
Bell-bottom jeans.
God.
This
Can't
show's about Toryn. It's not about
take it.
curmudgeonly
Oh no,
old
I'm
Mike.
really happy talking about the crevice, like the little white spittle accumulates over
Crusty.
time.
crusty
Look.
mouth corners.
Can I make an app? It's just a mirror app.
And now I'm like
Like, look at
self-conscious, like, oh my
yourself.
God, do I have them? I don't know.
That's front-facing camera.
You're pretty clear.
Oh, that's
You're
good.
pretty. I think of people that are literally just out of their body and on some other planet.
Like just super
They're
dehydrated.
just a shell of a person walking around. They have no idea what they're wearing. They got flip-flops on in the fucking rain.
and bell bottoms.
These people are all out of
for
their minds.
some strange reason.
I don't care about bell bottoms.
I do.
I don't care
I
about
do
any
a
of that
lot.
kind of stuff. But when you're wearing flip-flops and it's 40 degrees and
It's
raining,
like it's not practical.
I want to step on your toes as hard as I can. I don't know what comes over me.
I don't like toes.
aggressive.
But
I don't
you'll
like
remember
feet.
not to wear flip-flops in the rain. If I really smash down on your toe and hopefully there's a corn and an ingrown toenail at the same time.
I'm so grossed
sorry.
out.
I'm
Inner
really on
suppressed
one right
anger
now.
towards
Listen.
people wearing
my
flip flops
God.
in the rain.
I hate
There
feet.
should not be any flip-flops east of Lincoln. Lincoln
don't
is
like
the street
feet.
that runs along the beach in Santa Monica. We can have flip-flops west of Lincoln, no flip-flops east of Lincoln.
I'm gonna be
New
honest.
rule, abide by it. I step on your fucking toes. Done. I'm done. Okay, we're done. We can move on.
Toes are
I like
gross.
that. There has to be a sign though, because people got to know.
People
I
gotta
grew up
know.
wearing fucking steel toes. And Keds and Vans and
Yeah.
cool looking shit. Don't just throw on some flip flops because you got to run up to CVS.
I wear slippers.
All right, I'm done. I promise I'm done with that.
I like my slippers.
Women can wear listen.
Classic
Women can wear
slippers.
whatever the fuck they want. I'm talking about these bearded fat douchebags that go running around in 30-degree weather with flip flops on, with a half shirt,
Half shirt. Like Ezekiel Elliott.
that floater shirt. You know what I
Yeah.
mean, where it kind of floats out.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it all the way down to the
Yeah.
waistline.
Crop top.
And the fucking for
That-
some
yeah,
reason
that is
nobody
the
wants
name
to wear
for
a
it.
belt. No belts anymore. I want to just keep pulling pants up. I don't know what that's about.
That
All
is
right.
literally a crop top, though. Yeah, they think that they can rock the crop top
Crop
because
tops
that's what's
and,
in right
and
now.
men wear capris. So crop tops and capris. I see capri-like jeans.
High waters.
Yes. Beyond
Waiting
capri.
for the
They're
flood
capris.
with their flip flops.
Yes.
Makes sense. Well, you had a premiere
I did
a week
yes,
ago.
it was so
a couple
good.
days
You
ago.
went. It was
actually.
amazing.
Yeah,
Wow.
literally on Sunday.
Amazing.
Yeah,
and for
thank
your
you.
short film,
And why
Watermelon.
didn't you see it? I'm
There's,
just
there's no Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi's
I'm
down.
putting you on the spot. We have an
Dare
amazing
you.
production company. Unfortunately, Time Warner Spectrum, wherever the carrier is here, totally dropped the ball, which I want to sue. I think we can get some money for them for
You
fucking
think?
up our podcast.
They
for
can
the fact that
sponsor
you
this
couldn't watch it.
episode.
Yeah.
Yes. Please go ahead.
Riley Studios. I had an audition there once.
It's the coolest
Yeah.
old school place.
It's a cool
The
place.
seats were comfortable. The theater
Yeah.
was really nice.
Okay, so tell us about your night. How was it?
It was so surreal because I had been working on that script and that story for almost 2 years.
You
And
wrote it, you directed it, you produced it. Did you act in it?
I co-produced it. There were a lot of
Okay.
people on the project that helped me get it made. But yeah, I started it in New York because it was my thesis film. And we worked on producing it for a couple months all throughout the semester and planned it to be shot in LA. So I flew out my actress, I flew out her dad,
That's right. You had to fly all those people
all
out.
of
That's
them
right.
out. Yeah. And we all came out here, and the cheerleaders that were in it were in LA. So we did like Skype rehearsals with them, and my
perfect.
choreographer
Nice.
worked with them out here. So
That's great.
basically all of that, it was just an accomplishment, just to have it made, and then for all these people to show up and watch it and receive it so positively. Because a lot of people just really, like came up to me and were like, this is the first time my kid's been in something like this and been able to see themselves on the big screen, and just being able to give that to like a 12-year-old is so cool.
It's such a great feeling.
And especially for Sarai, who is my lead actress, and she is absolutely amazing. I saw her in the Soyo video. I don't know if you guys have seen that yet, but Bomba Stereo is this awesome Latin band that just was featured at the Latin Grammys recently. And she was the star of that video. And I found her and I was like, I need to have this girl in this movie. Like, she is Clark. And yeah,
She's
she
such
came
a
on
natural.
board.
Where do you see this girl?
Oh
She
my God.
is.
I can't wait to watch
Doesn't
it.
even, like the camera doesn't even need to be on. Seriously,
Really, yeah. And just the sweetest person and so smart, and the character. Like, she is a hustler. She, she shows up, she does her work, and like all of the kids on that shoot did, which
That's
was
the best.
incredible. Because, like working with kids is a challenge in and of itself,
can't imagine.
and parents too. But yeah, no, it was amazing.
Wow.
So where did you get the concept for the script when you were writing it?
There were a few places that it was inspired from. I used to be a cheerleader when I was in high school, or I was an aspiring cheerleader at first. And my best friend was a cheerleader. And one night we were in my room and she was practicing some dance, and I was like, oh, that looks cool. Like, teach me how to do that. And she's like, you'd actually be a really great cheerleader.
Hey.
And it sparked this whole thing for me. And I started selling cookies to raise money to be on the squad. I woke up
Amazing.
every morning at like 5 a.m. or 6 and started baking cookies and sold them, and ended up getting money to be on the squad. And then once I got on, I was like, this isn't everything that I thought it would be, but I'm just happy that I, found a way to do it.
Right.
And then I also worked at this mother-daughter spa where they hold like little birthday parties for kids, like spa parties, and they do karaoke and stuff. And one of the little girls that came in was having a surprise party. And she was just kind of like, frumpy. And, when you're like 12 and you don't really, have your style figured out yet and stuff. But all the girls at her party did. Like, they looked like little mini Kim Kardashians. Like, they had like,
C'est la vie.
Thank you,
like
Kim.
pixie cuts and, like designer clothes and stuff. And this girl was just like herself, and they
Love
went
it.
up and on stage and were doing karaoke, and it was her moment. Like, it was her time to sing. And this whole girl jumped on the stage and just stole her entire moment and started like dancing in front of her, and the poor birthday girl like slunk into the beads in the background, and everybody, I'm like, no parents were like coming up and telling her like this kid to get down.
Get the fuck off the stage.
Yeah. And
Today's parents are weak.
really,
saying.
I mean, they really need some.
You know what I mean? I told them we should get sugar.
Everyone's too
backhand.
soft. You know what? It's because of the millennial thing. I'm too
I wonder
soft.
if that's what,
I think it has a little to
Here,
do
have
with
a
it.
trophy for no reason.
I think people are just a little too liberal with certain things.
So-
we need to get a
it's
big
so
mama
left.
in there and put some of these kids in check.
At least just to, give the girl her dignity.
I was thinking about having
Right.
Sugar on retainer. Take her around town with me. I had to go
She
on an
need-
audition.
people
You'll hear the
need
beginning of
some-
the podcast where I had to go on an audition and deal with somebody's out
Yeah.
of control kid crawling around the audition room.
Unbelievable.
It's like, just get your kid, please. Like, come on. That's not cool.
No, let him climb up the curtain. We want him to be a rock climber.
Yeah.
Right.
No, he's going to fall back on the
Yeah.
concrete and split his head in half. So be it.
I know.
Oh, he'll learn that way.
that is all. It's all natural. It's his experience, and it's like sometimes
Right.
you just gotta like pull the cord and just at least let them,
Right.
No,
Anyway.
and I agree. Go ahead.
Like, there's just
Yeah.
no discipline anymore. Anyways.
Yeah, but I mean, I just was like, how are you going to let somebody upstage you at your own party?
Right.
That's
You
crazy.
know,
Wow.
like what? And so that's a big, that was a big inspiration for it. And that's
Wow.
kind of where it came
That's
from.
a good
Nice.
call.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's really good because I felt that
Yeah.
in the movie, and it was so great.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
You'll
glad.
enjoy it. There was a movie years ago. You guys probably won't know it, and there's probably a lot of people listening who won't know it. Called "Welcome to the Dollhouse."
Yes.
You know that movie?
Yeah.
It sounds creepy.
I'm so impressed. You know?
Yeah.
No, it's not creepy.
not
It's
creepy.
a really
It's a
good.
really
there was
classic,
these indies in the '90s that were amazing.
Yeah.
And I felt like this was kind of revenge of Welcome to the Dollhouse, where the girl's like, "Fuck this! I'm
Yeah.
gonna get in
Yeah.
here and do my shit." And that's the movie I
Exactly.
thought of throughout.
Oh, nice.
That's such a compliment.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I love that movie, and
Oh, that's
immediately I start
great.
thinking like, "Oh, this."
I
reminds
used
me of
that as
Welcome to the
visual inspiration.
Wow.
Little Miss Sunshine.
Perfect.
Nailed it.
What else? I want to be a cheerleader. What's it called? Classic.
You were talking about it a couple weeks
Bring
ago.
it on.
No, Bring It On. Yes, for sure. But it's I want to be a cheer. No, not I want to be a cheerleader. But I'm a cheerleader. It's called But I'm a Cheerleader.
Oh,
It's
okay.
about this girl who's a lesbian, and she like her parents send her to this weird like house where she has to like break being a lesbian or something. You know those like
Interesting.
weird like
Run by Paul Ryan.
Catholic yeah. But it's really interesting.
Wow.
So.
Or so run by Mike Pence. He's the one, right?
Yeah.
Or is it the other one, Marcus
Who's Mike
Bachman?
Pence?
Right?
Who's that even?
I don't get it.
So wait. So you're working on the new Blackish spinoff, Grownish, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Nice. Tell me about that.
Well, so I just graduated from NYU recently, and just getting out of school, I was like, I need a job. Like, I need to
Right.
find something. And my a very good family friend, he's the executive producer of
Nice.
the show. And so I reached out to him, and I was like, what do you need me to do? I can do script coverage. Like, I
Right.
need a job. Can you help me out? And he reached out to the producer, and they brought me in as a writer's PA. So originally I was getting lunch for everybody and just doing coffee runs and stuff. And that was within the first couple days of me working there. Or no, I guess the first week or so
Yeah.
that I was working there.
Nice.
And our showrunner, Julie Bean, came up to me, and she's just like, I'd much rather see a brilliant woman like not doing coffee runs and getting lunch for a
Yeah.
writer's
That's right.
room. And I'd rather, if you want to
great.
be my assistant, like the position is open for you because I'm looking
Wow.
for one. And I love the way that you work. And so,
That's amazing.
yeah. And then I was like, yes, absolutely.
Right?
And after that point, it was just, getting just understanding what it's like to work on a show that's just being made from the ground up, basically.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I got the
That's
chance to
fantastic.
see the writer's room in full effect. Like everybody in there was great, and downstairs we had production going on. So
Nice.
I got to meet, and work with all the actors that were down there. So
Yeah.
just being able to see like a brand new show that's now renewed for a second season on the
Amazing.
come up was
Wow.
a really unique
Right.
experience.
Fantastic. You were totally in the right place at the right time.
Right.
Exactly.
And you also obviously are way beyond a PA. I mean, as I know
Yeah.
you and your talents and your skills, it's like, of course you have to start off
Right.
as a PA. I mean, I remember when I was a PA.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
rough.
You have
Yeah,
to
it was
pay
just
your
a couple
dues.
years ago,
It's rough.
actually.
Yeah.
I was one of the oldest PAs in Hollywood.
Wow.
Yeah,
Really?
they had a special meeting in the production office, and they said, "Hey, come on in here for a minute."
Yeah.
Why are you in your late 40s and you're a PA? I'm like, that's just some bad life decisions.
Being a PA is hard.
It is.
It is. I would usually find a couch that was behind the set somewhere and go to sleep for a couple hours and let the other PAs,
Nice.
let the young people
Yeah,
eke
yeah,
out
yeah.
and carve out their existence. 'Cause
Right.
in your late 40s, you don't want to have to do that kind of work.
You might as well.
But
yeah.
you do want the paycheck.
Right.
You do.
You got to get really.
Right. Listen, the
gotta get very
$100 for a 15-hour day. That's the paycheck.
Oh, and by the way.
Unbelievable.
No, I wasn't that PA.
Oh, okay.
I would go into the production office and they would say things like, just leave the time. Don't worry, we'll fill in the times. I'm like, No, I'll fill in the times,
Yeah.
and I'll also take a receipt of the times that I worked.
Thank you very
Because
much.
you're not paying me $4 an hour
No
for the 16
fucking
hours
way.
I've been here.
Right. And they so would try to do that.
Yeah. So good on you.
Season
Thank
2.
you. Season 2, 20 episodes.
Coming
We just
in
got
hot.
renewed. Yep.
That
It
is amazing.
Wow.
It honestly, like, and the crew and they were really sweet. Like, I've heard so many horror stories about TV shows and just like people
It's
being
changing.
nasty
It's
and everything.
changing, yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
really like, this is going to sound so cheesy, but like a family, you know? Like, I
Wow.
mean,
Great.
it really, because there was a lot of younger writers that were in the room, which was refreshing. I didn't know that was, you know, a
Even
thing.
a
Because they
thing.
wanted to
Right.
bring like a fresh perspective to the show.
Right.
So,
Nice.
yeah.
Like when you say young, like your age, early 20s.
a little older than me.
Millennials?
But close enough to college.
Yeah, to at least be able to like still be connected to what's
Right.
current and
What's
what's
current
happening.
culturally,
Yeah.
fashion wise, social
Yeah.
network wise.
Yeah.
Nice. Grownish. It's on Freeform?
Freeform. Mm-hmm.
If you guys ever need a white tatted up chick for the
Yes.
show, let me know.
They are all about current topics and
Hey.
just bringing the real
Bring her
people
in.
in.
I'm current
really,
as
though.
fuck.
Yeah.
She
You're
plays a good
I
street
am
junkie,
today.
too.
Yeah.
I stay current. Every day I am new.
I am me and present. Bring me in the now.
Right.
She knows
right.
all about bath salts,
Yeah.
too. So
Yeah, you put them into the bath and it makes the water nice. Is that what you meant?
you can put on
That
that
type
act.
of bath salt. Yeah.
We know the truth,
No,
but
I'm not
that's
even
fine.
kidding.
Yes.
When I first heard about bath salts,
Eucalyptus?
that's what I thought they were talking about. I thought it was the actual
you're talking about
salts
real
that
bath
you
salts.
put
I think
into
you're
the
not
bath.
the
at one
only
point-
one.
Right.
Yeah, but at one point
Yeah.
they were those.
Like
Yeah.
I saw them at CVS. I was like, "Are these
Eucalyptus.
it? Are these what people are turning zombies from?"
Oh, yeah, smoke them up and see what happens.
Oh my god, they smell
While
so
you're at
lovely.
it, go take a bong at a Tide. You see
Yeah.
people smoking
What? Tide Pods. Tide Pods.
People
What?
are smoking Tide Pods
And dying.
Well,
and
you
listening to
think?
Little Pump.
Yeah. Lil Pump, who's now got an $8 million record deal with Warner Brothers.
Did you hear that?
No.
Yeah.
Well, you'll hear it on our whole intro.
Yeah, that's
That's
the
just
news
kinda
of the
sad.
day.
Oh man, it's sad because I really like that song Gucci Gang. Like it's just so catchy, but then when you listen to it, it's so demeaning and
$8 million.
derogatory.
That's
sure.
a lot of Xanax.
Yeah.
They're paying him in
When you-
Xanax.
Right?
All right, bring in the container of
Gucci
Xanax.
Gang,
Yeah.
Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang.
Bubble wrap.
What is he saying?
Spread them.
What is he saying? Oh, you have a watermelon
I do. Yes.
keychain
Is there
person.
watermelon products?
How cute
You know
is
what?
that?
I'm
Do you have
gonna
merch?
start. Yeah,
Well, you should do a merch thing.
I really
Merchy.
should. There is so like because it's they're the Lemon Girls and Watermelon. Like Clark
Yeah.
is trying to join the Lemon Girls, so we've got all the lemon stuff and the watermelon stuff.
Right.
Amazing.
So she's a watermelon among lemons.
Yeah, exactly. That's
But
the
she
whole
makes
metaphor.
them eat the
Yeah.
lemons.
Yeah, eat your own lemons.
She makes like serious lemonade out of these people.
I've got a lemon tree in my front yard.
Are they
If you
Meyer
ever,
lemons?
If you ever need lemons,
Do you
I got
really?
the hookup.
Oh my!
I'm over there on the way home.
Why did I
Yeah.
not know you on Saturday? Because
Lemons
I
are costly.
They really are. Like for a
Yeah.
whole bag of them, it's
Is it up there?
Millions of them in the
Yeah.
state, but
I
they're
wouldn't
still
know.
really costly.
I can't tell you the last
used
time I
to-
had to buy a lemon.
That's so great. You're so blessed, honestly. It's
Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag blessed. Just go out to your lemon tree and say
Hashtag
thank
Satan.
you.
Yeah,
the
walk
tree.
out there. Bless up. We got lemons.
We got lots of lemons.
I'm hip.
All
I know.
right.
I know how DJ Khaled talks.
I'm gonna go.
Another one.
Oh,
DJ.
Nothing. Don't please. It's
DJ
nothing worse
Khaled.
than a true like this girl's
Bless up.
whiter than any white
Transparently
and when she
white.
throws out any ramp like a
Bless up.
translucent white throwing out rap stuff is the best ever.
Blessed
Yeah.
Keep
be
it up.
a lemon.
There you go. I get it like what is it?
So she's available
Get it
for
like
grownish.
lemon.
Yeah. Put me on your show. I'm hip.
Bath salts.
If you're looking for some wiggerettes,
That's me.
did I say that?
I've never
damn,
heard
what is
that
wrong?
before.
Me. Chelsea. Me.
Is that the new cracker?
You know what? I do have Tourette's.
Yeah,
I don't even
you
know where
do.
that came from.
So
You just
that came
realized.
deep in the recesses of some
we
very
get it.
bad place.
Yep.
I think it was a pretty good place. I've never. That's pretty.
Okay, good.
That's
It's like
amazing.
cigarettes for white people. White cigarettes.
White cigarettes, wiggerettes.
That's what I took
For
from
the
it.
discerning white person that wants to appear black, a wiggerette.
Heyo.
So what is that? So what is the platform, or what is it you really want to do with Watermelon now? I don't think we discussed that, did we?
No,
Oh, no,
actually,
yeah.
I didn't go too deep into it, but my intention with it is to create a feature film out of
Great.
the short.
Nice.
I wanted to use the screener as not only like just a thank you to everybody that supported, like the Indiegogo supporters and everything, but also to get kind of a test feel of like what people thought about it.
Right. Mhm.
So we got great responses. And with that being said, I'm trying to use the people that have seen it and, give myself some leverage to, pitch it to investors or producers that are trying to get on board. I am already developing the feature outline for it.
Amazing.
So just basically using the short film and, everything that I've done with Sarai and just the crew and the money that we've raised and basically showing people like, this is what we could do with, we raised $13,000 for it on Indiegogo.
Oh, are you kidding?
No, girl.
That's
made that for that
amazing.
amount?
13,000 and then I got about 4,000 in grants.
Wow.
Yeah.
It looks.
That's
and
incredible.
they used a filter
Yes.
from Panaflex, right?
Panavision.
From
yeah.
Panavision that had never been used
The
before.
rainbow
What?
filter.
The rainbow
Yeah.
filter. And wait till you see this. What this
Is that
filter
in the
created.
in the opening?
It's in the opening. It's
I noticed
used a
it and I was
few
like, this is
times.
cool.
Yeah, it's used a few times in it. But my DP Angie didn't. We had gone to Panavision to pick up the kit and everything, and she's like, "We are going to use this lens. Like, it's
Wow.
this new rainbow filter. It's never been used in the world. Like, I think it's going to become this new big thing.
Holy shit.
And we're the first production that's using it.
That's huge.
Dude, I felt like I was in 2004,
That's
2005.
huge.
That was the
effect.
point. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the effect it gave.
I wanted to give
Late
it this
90s,
gloomy,
early 2000s.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
feel and
Yeah.
look.
On the bio of
Yeah.
the film, that's what it says, the early 2000s.
Yes.
That's
2005
so
is when
cool.
it takes place, right?
Exactly.
Do
Yeah.
you, do you have an all-female crew?
Just about. Yeah.
Wow.
My early producers were women. My DP is an amazing female cinematographer. Sarai, my lead actress. So, there's been just so many people on this that were women. Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
It's great. It's great.
Go girls.
I know, really. And it's crazy too because there's always bumps in the road for every production. And originally I was just like, I really want to bring women on board because I want this to be like a female centered film.
Yeah.
And I also had some great guys on the shoot too. So I can't
Nice.
give all the credit. Like, it's kind of,
It's an equal set.
it really is. It's
Yeah.
not like, because there are women that are very capable and there are also men that are too. And there
Right.
are women that aren't capable,
Right, right.
Right.
So it's kind of like you can't just give a person credit just because they're a woman. It's like, no, you're an artist. Like, I respect you as like a
Right.
professional,
Yes.
as an
Yeah, that's the
as an
bottom
I
artist.
line,
love
really.
that. I love that.
Is what is
Yeah.
going to serve the piece
Right.
above the
Yeah.
line, below the line,
Exactly.
whatever.
Right.
And just
Yeah.
not because, and I don't mean to say this. Is this mansplaining?
Well, let's hear about it.
Take
and
the
then
mic.
we'll
It's
I'm
all
just
you.
saying the best qualified person, male or female, for the particular role you're filling, right?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Whether it's above the line, below the line.
Yeah.
And of course you want to hire more women. I
Yeah.
fucking get it.
Yeah.
But like, there's going to be roles where you're going to have to try a couple different people. And it's like,
Yeah.
as
You pick
badly
the
as I
best
want to
person.
hire her, I got to hire this person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think people like to pontificate a lot and be like, "Well, we have like an all-female cast,
which
and,
is great.
crew and
Yeah.
everything," which is awesome because we are definitely underrepresented for sure. But
100,000%.
Yeah, and
For
the
100
people
years, you've been underrepresented.
Or longer.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about in Hollywood.
Yes.
No, since the
Well, that too.
Since the dawn of
If we
time.
want to talk about the beginning,
No,
If you wanna get into the
since
science
the dawn
behind
of
it.
time, you've been
We've
underrepresented. That I'm clear on.
Yes, for
Always.
a while.
Just always.
But in the industry, for sure, it's like it's without a doubt we're underrepresented.
100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the people that are choosing the folks to hire are definitely biased. But so it's like if you have the power to hire somebody,
That's
that-
normally marginalized.
Yeah.
It's great.
Then do
Yep.
it. But also, like, they need to be capable and they need to be talented. Like, every woman that was on my crew was extremely creative and talented and a hard
Nice.
worker. And I was like, no, like,
I love it.
Yeah.
They were all very driven, and they were all on a panel, and we asked them questions, and everybody was just on it.
Yes.
You could tell, when that...
Just ready for the question.
Yeah, there was just this real... Is it symmetry? Is that the word? Synergy. There was a real synergy between all of them up there, and you could tell that they worked through a lot of stuff. And the producer even said that Toryn took everything in stride.
I had to.
Like a lot of young filmmakers freak the fuck out and call, leave school and go cower under a bedspread. Where Toryn rose up and punched any issue. She punched up.
I punched up. Yes. Wow. That is a great way to just...
She beat up, not beat down.
There we go. There we go.
I listened to the Q&A.
I appreciate that.
I was going to ask a question, but somebody already asked it. It was kind of nice.
What was the question you were going to ask?
I was going to ask you just what the inspiration was and if any of this was true to life stuff that you had experienced on some level in your life. And I think somebody asked a similar question, and you talked about being a cheerleader and baking. Although I remember the baked goods.
Well, thank you.
I've known Toryn for almost 10 years now. I think it's almost 10 years.
Amazing.
Yeah.
In 2008, 2009, I met Toryn.
Oh, those are good years.
Then. Yeah.
And Toryn's my wife's cousin.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
Yep.
And has a very talented father.
Yeah?
Yeah.
B. Mark Seabrooks. Very talented, very funny comedian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got to have him on down the line, too. We'll have him on down the line, too.
Yeah, you definitely should.
He's a badass.
He has a lot to offer.
He has so much to offer.
Love it.
Yeah.
He's just a very generous. He brought amazing food. By the way, the amount of food was there.
Yeah?
They're from lemon heads
I'm so happy
to turkey's burger sliders.
Yeah.
And everything in between.
You got to make sure people are fed, man.
Yeah.
Like, if people
What
are
time
coming
is it?
out
I'm
to support
starving.
you, like, seriously, like, as soon as there's food there, people know they're taken care of.
Right,
They're
right.
Oh my God, I love food.
They care. Who doesn't, though?
food.
For the people that don't, I'm like,
Every time I
but
hear
why?
food, I'm like,
Yep. But will there be free food there? That's all I need.
Will
I didn't want to ask,
That's
but
all
when
I
I got
need.
there and there was food, I was very happy
You're
about
like,
it.
okay, we're cool.
Let me help set this up so
Yeah.
I can get the burgers while they're warm.
right.
They were gone by the time the first
I only had
screener
one.
was over.
Well, I had two.
Oh.
It's okay. I'm glad that you did.
I did it like Atkins style.
I'm sure they
Yeah.
were good because
Yeah.
I told my dad, I was like, please put garlic aioli on
God.
these so that.
Oh
my
my
you
God,
get
I
one
love
of
garlic aioli.
No, I didn't.
Oh my God.
But it's
now I
okay.
feel
Like
bad.
I wanted everybody else to eat.
Don't invite me to your
That's
premieres.
happened
I'll
on
eat
my
all your turkey burgers.
That's happened on my shoots too. Like I tell everyone like, please make sure you get food and everyone's happy and eating, and then I'm off like doing something and
Don't
I come
worry about
back
me.
and it's literally empty.
I'm starving.
Don't worry about
now.
me. I'll be over here on the cross
Yeah. Martyrville.
with the Panaflex
Yeah.
rainbow. Yeah.
With my rainbow filter, just hoping someone will.
Just being happy, hungry.
Well, I've got a pretty fun game for us.
Wait, I want to make
guys.
sure I really want to make sure that everybody knows. Is there any way anybody can watch the link if there's anybody
Yes.
interested?
Oh, cool.
Well, okay, so here's also the other part of the plan. So
Okay.
I'm planning to take it to independent production companies, like producers and everything, and also submit it to festivals. So
Perfect.
I'm trying to raise money to submit it to festivals as
Great
well.
music in it too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Which you can use. It's a festival license. It's called, right?
It is a festival. Yes,
Right, for
I'm so
music.
glad you mentioned that because
Yeah.
there's some big, old hits on there, and
Yeah.
everybody was like, "How are you going to pay for like Britney Spears and
Oh,
stuff like
right.
that?"
Right.
But apparently, there's like a small fee that you pay.
Huh.
Well, it's not small, but it's like a reasonable fee to have all those big songs in your show, in your movie.
Yeah.
So I have to pay that, and then I can submit it to festivals. But beforehand, I'm doing private links so I can get feedback.
Right,
So,
right.
Good.
Yeah, if people want the private link, they can just
I've got
reach
it.
us.
I'm so excited to watch it.
watermelonfilmteam@gmail.com.
Watermelonfilmteam@gmail.com. And
Yep.
we'll put a link when we take a picture of Toryn. We'll put a link
yeah.
Oh,
there.
that would be great.
We'll put your email in
Please
there.
do.
Perfect.
Thank y'all.
Congratulations again.
Yeah,
Thank you,
it's
guys.
amazing.
Just on everything. On
Thank
being
you.
just grinding. You're out there grinding.
You have to. Like, nobody's going to give you an opportunity.
No.
I mean, especially because everybody is trying to make it, And you
Seriously.
have to just know what it is that you want and go for it.
Yeah,
honestly.
absolutely. Absolutely. I agree.
Yeah.
I hear you.
I've learned that.
Whether
can't
you're
sit and twiddle your thumbs.
24 or a 53-year-old loser like me, there's still a chance.
Nothing's going to drop into your lap.
No, it won't.
Yeah.
Sometimes
If somebody's talking to you and spitting food, then it might be a lot.
It could drop on your cheek. You could drop on your cheek unexpectedly, and then you can throw up in your mouth, but, not in your lap.
it might drop somewhere.
It might get into your eyeball, but we never know.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
So she always has these fun games, and I'm a curmudgeonly game hater, but I always end up having fun.
I think you're going to like this one.
Really? What is the nature of this game,
What is
please?
this game?
All right. Here's the game.
Yes.
2 truths and a lie. Each person comes up with 3 facts about themselves, 2 being true and 1 being a lie. Then everyone guesses which one is the lie. If you stump everyone, you get a point.
Okay.
Let's commence.
Do we have to can I write these down? I'm old. I forget
Or you
things.
can
I
just-
might tell 3 lies.
Here, I'll go first and it might help you,
Or
okay?
wait, actually, did that happen to me? I don't
Was
know.
that a dream or?
I'll go first
Okay.
and then
Go
you
ahead.
guys it'll probably spark your guys' memory.
Okay.
All right. Just like the girls in Toryn's film, I was once a cheerleader.
Okay.
I have never seen The Godfather,
Okay.
and my favorite color is blue.
Okay.
These are
Do we
good.
each go at the same time, or Toryn goes first and I go first?
So I say
guys
which one's
just
a lie?
Tell me which one is the lie.
Oh, okay.
You've never seen The Godfather.
Is the lie?
Ooh, I don't know. It's hard.
What do you think? You guys can
I would say, what was the other 2? Sorry, my brain is.
She's
I was once a cheerleader,
Okay.
and my favorite color is blue.
I'm going to say you weren't a cheerleader.
Final answer?
Yes.
I'm going to say you never saw The Godfather.
Final answer?
Yes.
So I was actually a cheerleader.
No!
Yeah. I actually have a very similar story to you.
Oh my God, that's so exciting
Yeah.
though.
I have seen The Godfather.
Your favorite color is not blue.
Good job. Good
Yeah.
on you.
Wow,
Good
those
on you,
are some
'cause
good
I've seen you
ones.
and you
Yeah.
wear blue
Those are
frequently.
good. And your
I-
eyes
That doesn't
are
mean that's
blue,
your favorite
so-
color.
I only wear black and gray, but I do like the color blue.
Okay,
Wow.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So the lie was I've never seen The Godfather because I have. I've seen all 3.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm like, because the first time I'm like, maybe she has seen, like, you guys got movie posters in here.
Right.
You've had to see The Godfather. Like, that's
You know
a
what?
classic.
I thought that that nobody knew what Welcome to the Dollhouse was. So what do I know about anybody seeing?
Right.
anything?
That's true.
Although I
thought
do
it
have a
sounded-
list of films that I do want you to see that I know you haven't seen.
Right. You're right.
What are these movies?
You're so right. Okay, who wants to go next?
Just go ahead.
It's a fun game, right?
It is a fun
Yes.
game.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. All right. So the first one is I've been skydiving.
Cool.
The second one is I've done stand-up comedy. And then the other one is I've never been to Singapore.
Interesting. You kept a straight face the entire
Those
time.
are really good ones because
Those are
I feel
good
like
ones. Because you seem really funny. I feel like you would have tried stand-up comedy.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm going to say you've never been to Singapore.
Okay.
I'm going to go with, but you seem like you would go skydiving. You seem like you would have been like,
that's what I
fuck
thought
yeah,
too.
let's do it. God, this is a
good.
hard one.
I'm glad that I got
Yeah,
that vibe.
you're kind of stumped over here.
I'm going to go with
the
the skydiving one.
You say I've never been skydiving. So you think skydiving?
I think
is a
you
lie.
have been skydiving.
Okay. So you guys are trying to figure. Are you guys saying the lie?
You're saying
the
I've
one you think is
never
the lie?
been to Singapore. So I'm supposed to say that yes, I think that's a lie that you have been to Singapore.
Okay.
Or do I agree with you that you have been to Singapore?
I know that's what.
You haven't been to Singapore.
Okay, so that's your one.
That's truth.
That's your answer.
Okay, and I'm going to go with the skydiving one.
Interesting. Both of those are actually the truth. What? So I have been to Singapore and I have been
did I not know?
skydiving.
Wow.
So I've never done stand up.
Whoa, you stumped us
First of all, I
both.
can't believe you've never done stand up.
I've
Holy
done
crap.
the closest thing I've done to stand up was I did sit and spin. And yes,
right, you
and I
did say you
read
did.
a story of myself being a beauty consultant,
Wow.
which was an interesting experience.
Was it packed there? Was it crowded?
It was,
Wow.
yeah. It was a full house.
I need to go do sit and spin.
You
Amazing.
do.
What year was that you did that?
Oh my God, 2013 maybe.
Really?
Wow.
Maybe I think
Wow, you were really young.
or
when you
maybe
did Sit and Spin.
2014.
What a
It was
fucking
right before I
trip.
went to New York.
You don't
I think.
see a lot of like young. You don't see 19 or 20-year-old people doing Sit and Spin, right? That's kind
But
of
they
rare. isn't it?
should.
No, of course
Yeah,
they should.
but you
Absolutely.
don't. No, you don't.
Because when I did the Moth, like a lot of Moths, there wasn't young people. I was like, why isn't there more young people?
Yeah,
here?
I really
and I mean
wanted to do the
young, like
Moth.
early 20s. You know?
Yeah.
I had a Sit and Spin when I was a child.
You did?
Did you really?
On a chair?
Yeah, like the little
No, I know
plastic
what you're
thing.
talking
Those were the
about. I can't
fucking
believe you
best.
had one of
that's
those.
I don't know what Sit and Spin is, but that's the
It's
first
a
thing
it's
I
a
think of.
storytelling show, but I can't
cool.
believe you had one of those because those are like.
Those are the fucking
Yeah.
Was that
best.
pulled out of the attic for you? Like
No.
that's an old school.
No, it was brand new.
They still they're still a thing.
I don't know. This was like 20.
Now they have a Sit and
4
Spin
years
app. You
ago,
just give a
but-
kid an iPad.
Oh
They
my
spin on
God.
And
the
they
app.
play with it.
And now
Their
it's
eyes are getting burned
and it's
out.
also
I know.
also an insult.
Sit and
Sit and
Spin's
spin is an insult?
Yeah,
It is?
because if you think about it,
Well, listen,
Sit and
has it been
spin.
used? Well, no. Are you putting this
Like
together
go,
now?
like
Is it-
fuck yourself, basically.
It's like a sexual insult.
well, the original saying is sit on it and rotate.
And then it got transformed to Sit and Spin. Okay, well, Toryn got a point. She stumped us both.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Amazing.
Okay, here's mine.
All
All
right.
right.
I took a flaming shot and my neck caught on fire.
Fuck.
I pretended to have Tourette's so I could cuss somebody out. And the final one is I ate at one point in my life, I ate Ben & Jerry's pretty much every night for 90 days.
Those are great.
Those are really good ones,
I love what these all say about our personalities.
right? Fuck.
What a wild ride each of those just took me on. I was just imagining like the ice cream every night. I'm like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one.
That's
You guys are both good. That's your final answer?
So we're okay. So the lie.
Took a
your
flaming
neck-
shot and my neck caught on fire. I pretended I had Tourette's so I could cuss somebody out. Uh-huh. And I ate Ben & Jerry's pretty much every night for about 90 days.
I
That's
think-
the lie.
You think that that I didn't eat Ben & Jerry's? You
Yeah.
think that's a lie?
Yeah, because that's
You?
a long time.
I think the taking the shot and having your neck. be
That's your
caught on
final
fire is
answer?
my final answer.
Okay. No. I actually did take a flaming shot. That's why these weird marks are on my neck.
Oh wow.
It's a story out of my book called
Oh, wow.
Walkie. Yeah, I don't even know the name of it. Yeah, I do.
What?
Yeah, I took a flaming shot.
Ouch.
And I didn't do it right. Apparently, there's a right way to take a flaming shot.
How do you take
So
it?
it dripped
my
down
God.
fire. And I was in Wakayama, Japan at the time.
Oh, for sure.
So they didn't know what else to do except to throw like pitchers of beer on my neck.
Oh, that
And after the second one, I was like, all right, it's out.
yeah. Thank
We
you.
don't need 3 people on deck.
Do not
with
put
a
that on my
pitcher.
check. Do not put that on my check.
So that happened.
Was
My
I
face
right
and
about the
neck
ice
were
cream?
So the
bubbling.
ice cream
No, the ice cream happened. That was
Oh my
right
God.
after I
So
got divorced
you-
in 2005.
So the
Times are hard
Tourette's was the
sometimes.
lie.
Here's how insane I was.
I believe
was
it.
walking 3 miles a day, doing Bikram yoga, and going to the gym
Yeah.
because I couldn't get past the shock and awe and pain of divorce.
Right.
And then at night, I would just go into this crazy funk and watch lost episodes because you could binge then too. You just buy
Yeah.
them all
Yeah.
on iTunes and eat Ben & Jerry's every night.
Wow.
What Ben and Jerry's did you eat?
Tell you right now, Chunky Monkey, that fucking chubby hubby.
Yeah.
The Cherry Garcia, which was gross, but I was like
Ew.
so sick of the other flavors.
Yeah.
There's a couple of others.
I like the
Those are-
half-baked
half-baked
flavor.
Fantastic.
Oh
So
my God.
good.
Chocolate
Half-baked is
fudge
good.
brownie is my shit.
And also, I did add in some Haagen-Dazs here and there, just to keep keep it simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haagen-Dazs. What
Keep
does
it
that mean
classy.
in German?
Switch it up.
What does Haagen-Dazs mean in? I think it means happy pig.
Does it really?
I think so.
Oh, it doesn't mean ice cream.
That pig ain't happy. Don't confuse them.
So the Tourette's was the lie.
The Tourette's is the lie. Do I really need to act like I have Tourette's to
So
cuss
you
anybody
guys both ended the game with 1 point.
Nice.
That is awesome. That was
Congratulations.
fun. I like that.
That's a
good
good
game.
one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bring
Thank
that
you.
one back.
It
Yes.
will. I'll
Bring that
cycle it
beat
through
back.
it again. I'll cycle it through again for sure.
Guys, thank you so much for having
Toryn
Thank
me.
you
is
so
up
much
there.
for coming
This
on
was
here.
fun.
Where can
Toryn was
people
a great
find
guest. Oh, yes.
TorynSeabrooks.com.
you? TorynSeabrooks.com.
And where can people one more time find the watermelon?
So you could either reach out watermelonfilmteam@gmail.com.
Okay.
Or just reach out directly, Instagram @Toryn Ashbury.
Excellent.
Any
Awesome.
one of those mediums, I will send them
Perfect.
the private link.
Okay, send her a DM.
And you're on
Hit me up in the
Instagram and all that.
DMs.
It's
Yep.
easy to find, Toryn.
Yeah.
Let's get this film made.
Guys, thank you so much.
Seriously, let's do this. It's great.
Amazing.
Awesome. Thank you guys. It's been
Thank you
great
for
talking
coming
Thank you,
on.
Toryn.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you to Tigheland Productions. Guys, please rate and review the show. It really helps. And hey, if you like us, tell your friends.
Yes.
Why
And
wouldn't you
actually,
just tell
even if
your
you don't
friends?
like us, tell your friends.
Right, because then they can get their own opinion.
All press is important at this point.
Yeah, any press is good
Because
press.
I know I'm touching buttons and pissing people off.
Buttons.
Get over it.
You
have to get
love
over your
it.
bullshit every day. You can get over mine.
We have got some amazing guests coming up for you guys. You can write into the show at meandmarcus@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, please don't send anthrax. Just send stuff through the computer. No hard letters to the studio.
Right.
Thank
if you like want to ask some advice, some questions,
Oh, I'm a fountain of advice.
if you want to give us your own rant, we'll take
You can
it.
give us a rant. I'll be more than happy to read your rant,
Ooh,
whatever
can you do
it is.
Can you do it in accent?
Yes, I'll do rants and accents, whatever it is, even if it's laced with misogyny, racism, because then what I'll do is I'll rip you the fuck apart for sending me
Yes.
something like that.
Yes.
There we
no,
go.
he's lying.
They're
He's
gonna feel
lying.
so
Just
safe.
send it. Just send it and see what happens.
Yeah, I'm lying. I'm sorry.
He may or may not do so.
That's one of my lies. That's not true.
That was a bunch of facts and then a lie.
Right.
You guys won. All right. Thanks, guys, for tuning in, and we out.